On a windy May afternoon, I've made my way out to this really dirty dam to see if I can catch a few late season yabbies. Hey you! You're watching Robbie Fishing. Now there's no official yabby season. You can catch yabbies any time of the year, although they often say that any month without an R is the worst time. So that's May, June, July and August. That's currently May. The weather's been cold, the water's cold. That's not the best time of year to catch yabbies, but I do like the look of the really dirty water in this dam. Now I'm going to be yabbying today with 4 drop nets, and they're all baited up with redfin bits and pieces here. 4 drop nets with redfin offcuts. Let's get them in and see how we go. There's a big hole just there which looks like a yabby hole, so I'm going to put this first net in right in front of that hole. Now some of these nets, especially this one, are very worn out. I need to get some new nets before next season. Well, they can go out there. My nets get a fair workout throughout the year. Net number 2. Number 3. Got a bit of redfin backbone and tail in it. So I've got a short rope this one, so they can go there, close to the edge. And net number 4 can go out there. Well, that's upside down. I better throw that one again. And net number 4 can go out there, but not upside down. That's better. Perfect. Well, given the time of year, May, my expectations are pretty low. But let's give these nets half an hour and then come back and check them. That is a beauty. What an absolute beauty. Wow. How cool is that? You can see its eyes are quite a pearl colour. That means it's about to shed its skin. That's a huge big fat snake. If you look at it from up here, that is a huge fat black snake, probably about 4.5 to 5 foot long, but its whole body is flattened out to try and absorb as much of the May heat as it can. It's got really pearl opaque eyes. That's a sign that it's about to shed its skin. Now if you look down here, that is what snake skin looks like. And there's another one just over there. So that one's about to shed. When they're about to shed is when they can be the most cranky. I used to keep pet carpet pythons, and when their eyes went all milky like that, it was never a good time to handle them because they were more temperamental and more likely to strike. Let's leave this one alone, eh? But probably, I'm guessing this snake probably lives in that hole and probably comes out here to lay in that sun, and then when the sun goes it'll probably retreat back down to that hole. Now if I walk past here without seeing that snake and I startle it, the snake's going to go that way and it's going to look like it's charging at me, but it's probably only got eyes for its hole, giving the illusion that it's chasing me, but it's not. It's just startled and it's heading for the hole, and I just happen to be between it and the hole. Being a black snake, it'll probably go straight past, but if it was a brown snake, things could get a bit sketchy. But have a look at that. Isn't that a beauty? Let's just take the camera down and have a closer look again. Absolutely awesome. Righto, snake. See you later, mate. Enjoy the sun. Righto, I'm back. I've been for a drive, I've found a big snake, and it's time to check the nets. Can I catch yabbies in May? Oh yes, there's something in there. There's 2. That's 2 more than I thought I'd catch. I wouldn't mind half a dozen for a feed. That's probably just big enough to make the cut. That's too small and can go back. Well, that's 2 more than I thought I'd catch. May isn't the best time of the year to catch yabbies. I like half a dozen big ones, and that one is not one of them. That's an upgradable yabby, that one. If I can catch half a dozen bigger ones, I'll throw that one back. I like to just have half a dozen yabbies, then just sit there in front of the TV of an evening and just nibble on them while I watch a bit of telly. Gee, this net's in a bad way. Alright, I can go back out there. I'm on the board. Right, I've already caught 2 more than I thought I would. I'm on the board. What about here? And, well, there's a few in here. There's about 5 in here. Wait, get back in there. Let me sort yours out. No. Oh, there's a little one in there I wouldn't mind taking up to Lake William Hovel. A couple of them. 1, 2, especially this little fella here. Got a redfin written all over him. 3. He can go up to Lake William Hovel. 4. These ones are too small to eat, too big for bait. I'll keep that one and I'll throw these other 2 back. There's 7 yabbies in that net. That's pretty impressive for this late in the season. Wow. How'd you get? Gone at last. Didn't want to get going. Well, I've thrown 2 in that neither of them are as big as I'd like them to be, plus a few bonus bait size yabbies. That was unexpected and very welcome. Well, that was a nice one that fell out. Here we go. It's big enough to eat. Not huge, but he'll do. 2, same as that one. Yeah, and that one's, yeah, you put him in. This one can go, he can go in the Lake William Hovel bucket, stuff it. Getting towards the end of the season, I mightn't get any now, so wouldn't I like to keep a few aside for redfin bait at Lake Buffalo or Lake William Hovel. Doing a lot better than I expected I would for this time of the year. Righto, 4th and final net. Can I get any big ones? There's no real big ones. Still no real big ones, but that's a nice one. That's big enough to keep out of most dams, that one. He can go in the eatery. So can he. That one, I'll put him in for bait. Gee, I think I've kept them all except for 1 or 2. Alright, well, I'm doing a lot better than I expected for this time of the year. And now I put a little bit of grass in there to stop them from fighting each other and just to allow them to climb up and get some air. I must have kept, I don't know, 12 or 15 yabbies, probably 3 or 4 that I'll cook up and a few that I'll use for bait. They're not the perfect size. The big ones aren't big enough and most of the small ones aren't small enough. But this late in the season, I'll take what I can get, and what I don't use, I'll store them over winter, and I might just use them on a rainy day. I might use them for bait, or I might just decide to cook a couple up. Righto, my shadow is getting long on the ground. It's getting late in the day. This is the 2nd and final check of the nets. Now what I'll do, I'll take these home and I'll store them. I'll store the small ones for bait and the large ones to keep for a feed. They're not big and there's not many, unless I have an epic haul now. I'm probably not going to get a full feed, but that's okay. During winter, I'll be yabbying from time to time, just putting nets in here and there, and sometimes I catch 2 or 3 and I can throw them together and end up with a feed at some stage during the winter months. Anyway, let's check these nets. Righto, net number 1. Bit of a southerly breeze blowing up. It certainly doesn't feel yabby-like. Conditions are not yabby-like, and there's no yabbies in the net. That's a bit disappointing. I thought there might be a few. It's been about 45 minutes since I last checked them, and considering I caught so many before, I thought there might be a couple in here, but no, not to be. Right, well, hopefully there's more yabbies in net number 2 than what there was in net number 1. There's only got to be 1 to be more, and look, I've finally got a big one. Yes, there was none in net number 1. I might get a photo for a thumbnail. Have a look at that. Awesome. None in the first net, and 5 or 6 in the second net, including a monster. Righto, that can go in. That's too big to be small and too small to be big. So is that one, so they can both go back in the dam. That can go in the bucket. That one there's can go back in the dam. This is the biggest one that I've caught today. I might get a photo of that on its own as well, for thumbnail purposes, although it doesn't get very big claws. Righto, net number 3, another monster. Be nice. Nah, a couple of mediums. I'll throw them in. I can cook them up. I can go back in the dam. I'm getting more than I thought for this time of the year. This is actually very good yabbying for so late in the season. Look at that tail. That was off that massive big redfin that I caught recently. Throw that on the water to fatten up the rest of the yabbies for next season. A 4th and final net. And, oh, look at them all. Oh, look at them all. Look how many yabbies are in there. It's May. It's May. Can you believe that? It's nearly winter. Wow. Some of them are quite nice. One. Hang on, get back in there. Trying to do this with one hand here. 2. Thinking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He can go in the bucket. One's tangled. Oh, it's a bait one. Nice little bait size yabby. 9, 10, 11 in that net. They must love big redfin heads for bait. There was 11 yabbies in that net. Wow. The wind's got my beard. Folks, I done way better than I expected for this time of year. I don't think I've ever experienced yabbying this good in May. I'm super excited. I've got a feed of yabbies, I've got some bait yabbies. Now over the next few months the yabbying videos are going to get a bit scarce. That's just the nature of yabbies. They go quiet in the cooler months. Hopefully I can get out and pick up a few from time to time. Thank you very much for watching.